Hello everybody, this is a video from MindMob, our office, and I'm actually blogging here today, but I want to discuss our phone system very quickly. You see here on the edge of the desk, we've got our consult system. I've got another one of these in my office at home, and basically the one in the office at home will be our voicemail system. Now, because none of the buttons actually have names on the system, we're setting them to the tablet. I'll do another video on the tablet because I don't want to kind of go off on a tangent. But basically, the top button is the menu button, right? So that's the menu button. This button here is the log button. You all need to know that button, it's on the left. So you've got the button at the top, and then you've got your button to the left. It's just below that. That is your log button. You do need to press that button. I'll come to reason why in a minute. The button at the top right of that is the line button. You also need to press that as well. So you need to press log, then you need to press line. Okay? They're the two buttons you need to remember. The button below that, button below left button, will be the button that we set to voicemail. So if you press the button, it'll take you straight to voicemail. Then the button after that is another important button that you need to know, right? This button is the button that, for example, if this button, say for example, that you need to say someone on the phone is busy, right? So you'll be able to page that person. Now, you'll be able to page them in two ways. You'll be able to page them via voicemail. So when you do that, you'll be pressing log, line, and then that button. So you'll press three buttons. Once you page them, you can write a message on just this phone here. This phone over here. So you could write a text message. So you could write something like you could write busy, or you could write you could write stuff like, well, you could write busy, but you could write stuff like call a number, whatever needs to speak to you on such a line or whatever. And this works for cell phones too, because we've got the tablet, which I don't want to discuss in this video. So actually, I'm not going to put this in the blog because I want to discuss more on the switchboard what this is actually going to do. So we've discussed log, menu, log, line, voicemail, the message button, the page button. Now, the third button down on the left this is a button that you do not, this is a button that you do need to touch. This is, okay, say you've got a customer on the phone and say they want to make a payment. This button is the button you push. This button will go to, if they're paying by card, this will go to our voicemail system. So when you do press this button to the lower left, Yeah, when you do press this button to the lower left, you need to press, so remember all the buttons, you need to press log, line, and then you need to press this very lower left button here. Now, oh no, yeah, it's the 1, 2, it's not the very last button on the board, but it's before the last button on the board. So you need to press that button, and once you press that button, you need to press it again. It's not going to do anything at the moment because we're not connected to any lines, so don't worry. The board will flash, right? The board will flash, and you need to make sure that you picked up this phone. Now, next door, it will call the till, right? It will call the till, and it will put this line, hopefully, it'll put the phone that you're on hold because it's addressing the till. The till needs to call the till, right? The till will automatically turn on, right? And it will alert the card reader, and it will swipe the card. It'll think there's a card in there. Now, I'll do another video on that. So basically, it will then send a voicemail to that thing. It won't send a voicemail. What it will do is it'll send data to our voicemail system because it thinks there's a voicemail. The reason we've got it set up like that is because we've had glitches with our till. Also, if people want to use card readers on that line, you can just do so, because you can put the card reader on that line, on the till line, which is line 6. Sorry, it's not line 6. It's another line. I'll do a video on that. So now, we've got the last few buttons, which you don't need to worry about, which is setup options, operator, and then there is this very last button here on the board, which only very few people need to worry about. I think if you are somebody like myself as an administrator, yeah, I need to worry about every single button on the board. But this button really, this very, very last button, is a button that only the operator needs to worry about. And this button right here on the board is the operator button, would you believe it or not? So this button calls the operators and stuff. So those are buttons you don't need to worry about. I will discuss on this very bottom left-hand button, which is the options button, which basically means I get to change buttons if I want. I can operate if I want to operate the card system from the phone system, I can. If I want to operate our tablet from the phone system, I can. Which I'm very limited to do because the tablet does more things. Because it's got our VoIP system. But if I want to program, if I want to do a program into the switchboard, I can. If I want to, because I've actually got a phone at home, a cell phone. I've got a couple of cell phones at home which I'm working on. One of them is the master phone for this system. So it's like a server, for instance. This is a very small phone system, but we can put 250 phones on it. We've made it slightly bigger because we got 2 of these, but really, all the buttons will do the same thing. So I have got the voicemail system will operate, will basically mirror this system. It's just that will host voicemails, and I can add a few lines to it. I can add a few lines off the one next door, but really it operates the voicemail system. So when somebody sends somebody a voicemail, that board will turn on automatically. It'll switch. Now I can switch between the two boards. So, for instance, if somebody wanted to speak to me at my other office, I could be at my other office by pressing options button. Then I would press menu. I'm going to have it so I hold the menu. And then I press the log line. And then I would press the button to make a payment. And then to do that, it would then switch into the other board. So then I would literally, this switchboard would no longer be this office switchboard, it would be the switchboard at my other desk. So all the other calls that I'd have my other desk would be at this desk. I would be basically administrating the other office from this office. But I wouldn't actually necessarily need to do that unless there was a real big issue. And I'm also looking after somebody else's phone system, so I'm also going to have it so I can switch into that as well. So I can manually do things from this desk as a telephone administrator. But I wouldn't need to do much with that system because, again, I'm doing it from the tablet. I'll talk about the tablet very briefly in this video. Tablet I use, and I'm going to do another video on it today actually. So I'm putting 2 videos out today. So here is, well, 3. This is the tablet we use. It's a VTech Teach and Touch tablet. This is basically, this is the brain of our phone system. With this, I don't even need the switchboard, basically. I can do everything from that switchboard as you've just seen on this mobile system. And it lets us be anywhere and everywhere. And basically, this is also a web server as well, so I can also be in any office and have this as long as it's turned on and I'm logged in. I literally have this on, I can put it onto that setting, and once it's on that setting, I can control all the phones in the office. And I'll be able to control the voicemail system soon as well. So, and basically, I'll be able to send voicemails, greetings. I can send a text message to the system. Yeah. So basically, if somebody paged me, right, it would come through as a text message. But I could then also, if I wanted, I could also use our fancy log system. So once I'm logged into me on the tablet, I can then look at any voicemails, I can do any calls, I can whatever. And we're actually going through a VoIP system, so we're using our internet really. Next door we use our fax modem to take the voicemails. So the voicemail system is very slow. But it's, you know, we look after that. The till system has a modem on it, but it's not fantastic. And that's where it's glitching. So the card system will run off that too. Now I can also take cards from this tablet right here. I can also do, even though it's a toy tablet, I can still, once it's turned on, I can still take card payment on it. So, and I'm writing programs for our phone system, so we're able to do all the really, really cool stuff like you know. But all I do on the tablet is do emails, look at customer emails. It's an extension to the desk, really, of what we do on it. But that's what I do on the tablet. So I basically take all the emails and I look at them and view them and stuff. But what I'm going to do soon when I'm at home, I'm going to also look at the calls as well, because we're doing like a Monday to Friday thing, so we can sort of like go around and stuff. Like yesterday when I wasn't here, I did look at all the calls and stuff because I've got another phone. I'm not going to show off because you've already seen that phone, which is a slide and go, and I was on that, and basically it's mimicking the tablet, it's mimicking what this tablet can do. Well, only half of it, but on that I made a program on that where I could literally I was sending all like the calendar stuff through the system to everybody, but I was doing that by text. But I made a system because we had a customer yesterday and we sent them all that stuff. Now, another really cool thing that we can do through our phone system, which a lot of systems can't do, is our live streams that we do. Our live streams are done through the tablet. Now, our tablet is connected to the phone system, to the VoIP system. And I'll do another video on it because I want to be able for people to leave questions on that. So, there's a look at my toy phone system and all the extensions. So, that's something that I'm talking about, and hopefully some major improvements that we're doing to it. And hopefully there'll be a training video that comes out soon, and we'll also do an MGRX video because we're doing an MGRX based talk on the system. So we'll do the same talk on the system, and just to show off, I've got my computer there. So I'm gonna go because I've got some boring work to do, but I just thought this would be a look into all the stuff that we're doing, and obviously all that good stuff. Now, I just want to make a note right here that the toy tablet, we do run backups on this. We do run servers on it. We run all that kinds of jazzy stuff. When I do the show and tell, which will be the next video that you see, I do go into a little bit of depth because I didn't do, like, it's taken me quite a while to do a video on this thing. It's a bloody great video. So, yeah, I'm actually putting 3 videos out today because I want to make an announcement. So, the announcement will just be in an audio. Well, anyway, guys, peace out.